The deal with body-based money relationship is that fight, flight, freeze, fawn with money counts. So let me unpack this with you. We tend to believe that living in a toxic financial patriarchy, that money is only and always about the numbers, the calculations of the numbers, the structure of the numbers, the logic of the numbers, the rationale of the numbers. And don't get me wrong, this aspect of money is important, but it is not the primary focus. There's about, from what I can tell, there's about 65 to 70% of the rest of the money relationship left unaccounted for, and that is on the soft-sided aspect of money, the feminine EQ of money. And for all intents and purposes of the video today, we are talking about the soft-sided aspect of money today in the area of your higher sensitivity, your higher level of vulnerability, your higher level of trauma, and your sense of experiencing money triggers. Now, money triggers land in the area of the general triggers that we all know about, the fight trigger with money, the freeze trigger with money, the flee trigger with money, and the fawn trigger with money. So if you think those triggers are only about life and don't apply to money, they do apply to money because money is an intimate and vulnerable relationship located in our second chakra, home of partnership, exchange, and agreement. And any time that we are experiencing intimacy or vulnerability with our money, there is a higher likelihood that we are also susceptible to the fight, flight, freeze, fawn triggers that also apply to money. So let me give you a little bit of an idea of that, as far as how that breaks down. So the fight, so when it comes to the fight trigger with money, the fight trigger with money is when you are feeling or experiencing a sense of defensiveness about your finances or your money, or a sense of argumentativeness, wanting to argue about your money. So defend and argue, that would be the fight trigger with money. Then the flee trigger with money is very interesting. Flee is, of course, running away. But when it comes to money, what I find with my clients is a tendency to disassociate, to actually leave the body, numb out, and not even be present for money conversations or financial calculations or financial negotiations or all of those intricate, detailed aspects of money that we really do need to be present for. A flee mechanism tells us to dissociate out of our body so that we can be safe. Okay, then moving on to the freeze trigger with money. The freeze trigger with money is all about shutting down, disappearing, numbing out with money. So that would be, when it comes to finances, that would be avoidance, avoiding making financial decisions, or avoiding working with your numbers, or avoiding paying those bills, or simply like sitting down to work with your numbers and like freezing up, like literally getting frozen in that space. Then moving on to fawn. Fawn with money is the go-to of codependent caretaking with money. So if you are a person with money and you have a hard time with financial boundaries, or you have a hard time figuring out who's supposed to take care of what with money, and you end up covering. You're the person that covers for stuff. So the financial fawn response is financial codependent caretaking, not speaking up for yourself so much, taking care of others, physically, emotionally, energetically, financially. That's going to be the fawn trigger response with money. Now, given this is a video, I'm doing the very short versions of all of these, so these are just to give you an idea. And I am also not talking about how they're very interconnected, because I have not met one person who says they have one trigger and that's it. Usually these triggers cascade off of one another. Usually people have 2 to 3 triggers happening in a domino or cascading effect, and on top of it, it's very intricate and the patterning on it is very unique. So I'm giving these to you as food for thought. Do you have financial triggers happening? If you do, which ones are they? And if you want to go more in depth, I have a free resource that I call it the money blocks, or dissolving or decoding your money blocks, because your money blocks are actually code in a cover for your money triggers. See, we don't have very many phrases or verbiage for our traumatized, soft-sided aspect of money relationship. We've just got a few, and I've been decoding those and giving us a lot more language, phrasing, and skills in this area. So go check out the money blocks, the free resource. I've got money blocks. I've got some banners going across here. Make sure you pay attention to those. Go look in the links. And be sure to like this, follow this, feel free to DM me, put a comment in the comment section. And I really hope you take this and run with this, because this can help you unravel some of the deeper issues that you might be having in your money relationship that have been causing you problems. So take this to heart, go use it, and couple it up with the presence practice that I've got on my website as well. Okay. Make it a good one out there, and I will see you in the next video.